Oh, great news. Never mind. Let's talk about the Buffalo fucking Bills. Let's talk about a team who is 9-0 when this guy's playing and starting for them. Let's talk about a team that from top of the roster to the bottom of the roster, stacked at every position you need to have. Obviously, they lose Von Miller, which is a damn shame, and he's going to work his ass off to get back and join the campaign. But the Buffalo Bills are a wagon. They have been a wagon. And the man that is on his way to earning $1 million while breaking the interception record for the safety position in the history of the NFL is joining us now. All-Pro, Jordan Poyer.
Yeah, Jordan!
What's up, boys? Sorry, guys.
What do you got going on over there, man?
Pat McAfee, right?
Yeah, hey. Ah! Let him know.
What's up, boys? How you doing?
Hey, fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us, man. We love getting a chance to chat with you.
I appreciate you always for having me on, man.
Hey, no problem. Did you hear that stat? I'm sure you did, obviously, in the business side of your entire life that's happening with the NFL. 9-0 when you're playing, man. Hey, let's go. Let's stay healthy. Let's keep crushing it.
Let's go.
That's the key
Let's
to
keep
it.
Going.
How do you feel?
That's the game, man. Just got to keep going.
How do you feel?
I feel great. Obviously, had dealing with some injuries early on in the season. Coming around full circle, man. I feel great. Feeling a great spot where we're at. Just want to keep training in the right direction. We got a good football team coming in here this weekend, so we got to be able to play well to win.
Hell yeah.
Jordan, do you you've probably been asked this like a cliche, dumb question, but would you enjoy an interception more or just absolutely annihilating somebody coming across the middle and with a good PBU with a huge collision?
Yeah, hitting somebody, right?
10 out of 10 interception. 10 out of 10 for sure interception. But hitting somebody over the middle is a great feeling. I know you guys saw it. I heard you guys talking about it. Matt Milano was going crazy with hit sticks over the weekend. So, that is a good feeling, but definitely I'd rather get the pick. I'd rather have the ball in my hands.
Did you guys think he was dead? Was there ever a time where he came back to the huddle and said might have just killed Mike White? I mean, there was some clean, picture-perfect tackles on that guy. Did you learn anything about him throughout that game?
And I'll say this, yes. I mean, just for a guy like that, a lot of respect, Mike White, man, going in there and taking the shots he was taking and being able to come back and try to win the game for his team. He ain't got nothing but respect for me over here. A guy like that can go in and take shots. I've seen Matt hit some guys hard, obviously that hit me. He took that shot, but he came back in for his team, and you got to respect a guy like that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Now, whenever you think about your team, what is it that you guys got to continue to get better at? Is it just every day 1% better? Is that the mindset? Or do you guys have focused things like, hey, this has been a weakness for us. We got to attack this today. Or what is your team mindset at this point? Week 15 already, dude. It's week 15
Where's time
already.
going? Where the fuck is time going?
Yeah, legit. It's week 15 already.
Obviously you want to continue trending in the right direction, continue to, take one day at a time. Because if you don't take one day at a time, you're going to miss something small. So, us defensively, we want to get off the field more on third down. I think there's some plays that we've been leaving out there on third down, especially third and long, being able to get off the field on third and long. That'll just continue to help our team win football games. But, specifically with our team, just taking that one day at a time mindset, just because, one day at a time turned into week 15, and here we are in the middle of December with Christmas right around the corner. So that one day at a time turns into, like I said, a full season already. So we got 4 regular season games left. Got a good football team, some great athletes on that team coming in here this weekend, and we got to play well to win.
Hey, happy holidays, by the way. Week 15, we're already here. Darius has a question for you, Jordan.
Yes, sir. We got 2 in the Dolphins coming in, but facing a receiver, a weapon like Tyreek Hill. I know you missed the first game, but what's the difference coming into a game plan? What does that do for a safety for the outsiders?
Yeah, and I said this on this podcast earlier in the offseason. When you play a guy like Tyreek, you have to be right in all your angles. You got to be right. You got to be right in anything because one slip, you saw the corner last week fall down. Tyreek, he gets a big play on the sideline, and it's really a big play can happen any time if you're not right on your angles, if you're not right on your communication. So. And it's not just him. Obviously, Jalen Waddle is playing well for them too. They got some really good running backs. Mostert coming out of the backfield. He's got a lot of speed, and obviously Tua has been one of the highest rated quarterbacks. Throwing the ball inside the numbers, whatever it was for the entire season. So it's a good football team. They've been struggling the last couple of weeks, but we understand they're going to come in here with some answers to some of the things that Chargers were doing to them, and then San Francisco was doing to them. So we got to go, like I said, play our game. and we're gonna have to play extremely well to win.
Darius has been doing everything DB with us this year, and we've been getting an opportunity to see how coverages are supposed to work, who's supposed to do what. Although he doesn't know the intricacies of everybody's jobs, I feel like we're getting a nice crash course in understanding things. And it felt like a couple times when the Dolphins were on there and they were exposing somebody, it was almost like an arrogance by people. They're like, oh, I can keep up with Tyreek. I can do it. Is he different out there? Is it like noticeably different? And how do people not know that when they come into the NFL and then they get baptized by it out of nowhere? Or is it just kind of understood?
I've told the younger guys, it's one thing to see his speed on tape and when you're watching the game. It's another thing to see it when you're on the field and he's running. He's running next to you or he's running in front of you. And, there was a play I remember we were playing the Chiefs and he caught like a little hitch route. And when he caught the hitch route, he just turned around and he faced the entire defense just waiting for, and it's just like you got to be right in all your angles because he can break out any moment. He's obviously one of the most electric players in the game of football. So you got to be right when you play him. And like I said, we're going to have to play extremely well to win a really good team defense.
I'm going to tell a quick story just because I think it adds on here. Shane Leckler, who is going to be a Hall of Fame punter, like absolute stud for a long time, punted everybody. He walked over to me in warm-ups and said, have you faced the Chiefs yet? And I said, they didn't even say hello, just said with his Texas accent, have you faced the Chiefs yet or whatever? And I was like, no. He said, you take the snap, you turn directly to your sideline, and you punt that fucker 10 rows into the stands. You do not let him touch that ball. He is different. And I think, like, for some reason, if I'm listening to what D-Butt's saying and kind of understanding it, some people just refuse to believe that. And I assume that's just like an arrogance because most DBs are like, oh, I'm athletic, I'm this. It's just a different fucking thing, huh? That's awesome.
It is. I mean, like I said, he's a special player. They got a lot of them over there. They got a lot of guys with, just great athletes. But him, in particular, he's a special player, and
durable.
And like I said, you got to be right. You got to be right when you play him.
How much fun would that be to be him? That would be fun. You know what I mean? That would be a lot of fun.
Be able to have that speed.
Wherever. He's down in South Florida right now. There's a lot of speed down in South Florida. A lot of people talking. It's like he called out obviously Bolt. Mm-hmm. He said Bolt's washed at this point, which is awesome. I'm excited. Like, if he focused on running, I wonder if he would. I honestly wonder if he would. Yeah. It'd be fun to watch. Good luck. You're going to crush him this way. Hey. You ain't worried about fucking nothing. Ty has a question for you, Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan, last week against the Jets, really shitty weather. I think it's supposed to be bad again this Saturday. As we get to this point in the year and the weather starts turning in Western New York, would you prefer playing in those type of conditions where it's really cold and really rainy, or especially with the speed of the Dolphins coming in, or are you still kind of more aching to wanting to play when it's nice and warm out?
Y'all gonna force me to answer this question. I don't like being cold at all. I'll be honest with you.
No, you're a cold team. That's cold team.
Over the course of my career playing in New York, in Buffalo, New York, I've learned how to play in the cold, and I think that's just as much of a factor. Being able to understand what you got to wear, what you got to, just the little nuances that come with playing in the cold. And so, I've definitely learned how to. But I'd rather play in the heat. But when we get a team coming in here, especially from South Florida, we got our home crowd behind us. This is going to be a fun atmosphere. It's going to be a night game Saturday night. It's going to be super electric. And at that point, when you're on the field, you really don't even feel the cold. It's just, it's waking up and you see what it's going to be like outside. You just already got to get your mind right. This is what it's going to be. Right, and I think your mindset is is the biggest factor when it comes to it. Just understanding that's what it's going to be and just fighting through it.
Go ahead, AJ.
How big of an advantage do you think that might be, playing in Buffalo in the elements all the time, and then you get in the playoffs and you're right. Like you say, you may not feel the cold when you're out there, but I'm guessing a team comes up from Miami or something, they may feel that cold in January sometime if it's -10 out there and there's Bildos flying.
There's definitely gonna be those on the field. I remember coming to Buffalo when I was in Cleveland. Okay. I mean, Cleveland, it gets cold out there, but I remember it was a late December game. I remember stepping off it was snow on the ground, stepping off the plane, and just the wind chill hit me in the face, and I'm like, oh hell no! Like, this is what we are about to play in. So it definitely, it could play a factor. They're down there in South Florida. I'm sure, they probably maybe practicing the indoor, putting the chilly weather or making it cold as hell or whatever. I don't know what they're doing, but it definitely plays a factor. But we got our crowd behind us. We're used to it. We know how to do it. So. We're gonna come ready to play.
It's an advantage the other way too. You know, like going down in that humidity. Now, it feels good. Obviously, it's like this is much nicer than it was in the negative or whatever. But that humidity is different for people that have to run. I've been told. I didn't have to do any of that in the games, but I've been told. I've been told that it is a little bit more whenever the humidity happens there. Connor, your question for Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan, obviously on the same subject as weather. Right now, you guys are the 1 seed. Very possible that you guys have the first round bye. Earlier in the year, you had to move a home game. Has there been any conversation about the possibility, hey, if we get into the playoffs, we're a lot deeper into the winter, there's another storm in Buffalo. Are you guys going back to Detroit, or do you think you'll probably just maybe move the game a night ahead?
Hell no. We're gonna have to play. We got to play that game in Buffalo. I promise. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. I don't know. We're gonna have to play that game in Buffalo for sure, though. They'll figure it out. I don't know how, but they're gonna figure it out.
Jordan, I think the thing I enjoy most about you is your energy's always higher. You like this all day. What do you like in meetings? You asking a lot of questions in meetings? You taking notes?
A lot of questions, man. You got to ask a lot of questions. You got to take the notes, man. I like to understand what I'm doing on the game day. I like to understand, you know, a lot of energy, man. Positive energy feeds off positive energy. So, you know what I'm saying? You just got to keep going. Energy is everything in this world.
Yeah, the universe will obviously give back what you put out, and I enjoy yours.
Yes.
Cole Beasley put out some bars, and now he's back with the
Let's
Bills.
go. Cole Beasley back in the building.
Okay, you love Cole. Man. You love Cole there.
I love Cole. Call him dad out here.
You guys are happy he's back, though, yes?
Love the fact that Beast is back, man. Bring the whole crew back. Smoke, got D Marlowe back. You know, everybody's coming back. Man, Shaq. I mean, this is a damn reunion out here.
Have you talked to Cole about why he decided to retire after like 2 days in Tampa? Like, nah, I ain't fucking playing football. Have you talked to him about that?
I'm gonna have that conversation with him sometime. I'm just kind of letting him get back into it. You know, we'll talk about that one down the road. I definitely want to know about that.
Yeah, so do we. And if you want to display, if you want to tell us. Would be
we'll
sweet. Yeah, if not, no big deal. Cole is a problem.
He's a problem out there in that slot.
He's fresh right now, too, right? He hasn't really played. I assume he stayed in shape. Is he in shape? Have you seen him?
He looks good. I'll tell you that. He looks good. That's all I can say. He looks damn good.
Cole Beasley's about to go for a hundo. And
that'd be awesome.
I mean, that's good. And then there's an album coming.
Yeah. Next
I'm back album. Oh, my Cole's back?
Yeah.
Oh. Man, we're moments away from that. Let's go. Let's look ahead to that. All right, last question for you here, Jordan from Tone.
Jordan, Pat's calling the Vegas Bowl on Saturday for your alma mater. Anything inside info we need to know about the Beavs?
Good call. Yeah, it's happening.
Great running game. I mean, great defense, man. It's a damn good defense. Coach Bray out there, he's been doing a really good job over there. That's offensive line is one of the top in the country, so you're going to see them boys running the ball. Little play action, trying to get the linebacker stuck up, trying to hit him behind. It's going to be fun again. They play Florida, right?
Yeah.
Me and Kyer got a little bet going. So I played in the Vegas Bowl actually my sophomore year in college. We lost to BYU. They were in the hotels all week. We were out partying, so that was probably what it was.
You'll have that at bowl games. You'll have that at bowl games, especially in Vegas. I assume that'd be a little bit tough to stay in there.
Yeah.
So the Vegas Bowl is a good bowl to go to. Oregon State's happy to be in the Vegas Bowl. Pumped
pumped to be there, man. I think it was one of the biggest bowls they've been in since I've been there. So they're excited. I'm excited for them. So I'm excited to watch you call the game.
Are you going to watch? The NFL's going to be in. You're playing that night. You're not going to see it. We'll send clips.
Please do.
Okay. All right, perfect. Hey, we appreciate the hell out of you, man. Have an incredible day. Good luck this weekend.
Appreciate you, boys. Thank you so much, man. Take care.
Hey, let's get interceptions, but not too many. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Poyer.
Yeah.